The portable classroom. The present perfect tense duration. Sentences 1. In the following exercise, we're going to practice to rewrite the following sentences into the present perfect tense. Now, without further ado, let's look at the questions. Question number 1. The tree was here 3,000 years ago and is still here now, and we have to use for. Let's look at an example. So we know the tree was here 3,000 years ago, and it is still here now. So we know that the tree has been here for 3,000 years. So this is the situation that we have to use the present perfect tense, something that happened in the past and is still true right now. So this is what we're going to do. We say the trees. Now we cannot say was because this is a be verb for the past tense. Instead we say has been. Be was verb been, remember? This is the verb past participle of the be verb. Here, Now we cannot say 3,000 years ago because this is a time marker that we use in the past tense. Then we have to use for, so we say for 3,000 years. Just like, remember the demonstration? Now it's been in between 3,000 years. So we say for 3,000 years. This is a time marker for the present perfect. So the answer is the tree has been here for 3,000 years. Let's look at question number 2 again. We look at the question. Aki lived in Taipei 5 years ago. She still lives in Taipei now, and we have to use since. Now look over here. Now 5 years ago, Aki lived in Taipei, and she's still in Taipei right now. So we have to use the present perfect tense. But look at the time marker over here. 5 years ago, and we have to use since. We do not normally say since 5 years ago. So this is what we're going to do. This year is 2014, let's say, and 5 years ago, the year was 2009. So we can say since 2009. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to say Aki, not lived, that's the past tense, not lived. Instead we say has lived in Taipei. Alright, in Taipei. Now since is the word that we have to use, not since 5 years ago, we say since 2009. So this is the answer. And you can see the contraction of two different types of verb, two different types of time markers. So the answer is Aki has lived in Taipei since 2009. Question number 3. Now look for the verb and look for the time marker. The verb is here. You can see that as for the past tense. And you can see the time mark. When she was a child, let's spell the past tense as well. And we know that she liked R when she was a child, and she still like R now, just like the examples that we see. When she was a child, and she still like it now. So we change these two parts of the sentence. This is what we're going to do. We say she, instead of saying liked, we say has liked, present perfect tense. Art, not when she was a child, but since she was a child. You can see the contraction. You can see the contraction of two different types of time marker. Alright, so the answer of number 3 is she has liked R since she was a child. Let's look at number 4. Number 4, Tom worked for the Welcome 6 years ago. He is still there now. We have to use for again. Look for the verb. This is past tense, and you can see over here that's also the time marker for the past tense. This is what we're going to do. We say Tom, instead of saying worked, we say has worked. You can see that has plus verb pp, verb past participle. And then we cannot say 6 years ago. We have to use for, so we say for welcome. That's the name of the supermarket, and for 6 years. You can see that. Alright, so the answer is Tom has worked for Welcome for 6 years. Let's look at question number 5. Again, Identify the verb and the time marker in the sentence. That's the first thing you need to do when you do a grammatical practice like this. Now this is what we're going to do. Easy piece of cake. They were is for past tense. We say have because the subject is they. Been, be was were been, remember? Friends. 3 years ago we have to use for, so for 3 years. You can see that the comparison of two different kind of time markers and verb forms. So they have been friends for 3 years. That's the answer for number 5. Number 6, again, the verb and the time marker. Can I use them? We have to change them. So grandma, instead of saying was, we say grandma has been on holiday. In Australia. Now, not last Saturday, but we have to use since. We say since last Saturday. So you can see the comparison. Okay, so the answer is grandma has been on holiday in Australia since last Saturday. Now question number 7, again, let's identify the verb and the time marker. Alright, over here. And we have to change them. So this is what we're going to do. We say he, not had, that's for the past tense, but has had. This is the helping verb, remember, and this is the actual verb. So they're different. This is where people make mistakes, so be careful with this. Now, he has had an MP3 player. Not 2 years ago, because that's for the past tense. We say we have to use for, so for 2 years. Remember, we don't have to say ago anymore. So for 2 years. So the answer of number 7 is he has had an MP3 player for 2 years. Let's look at number 8. Again, the verb and the time marker at the end. So we change the both parts. Say Kathy, not liked, but has liked. Helping verb and the verb past participle, present perfect, and then chocolate. Sorry, excuse me. Alright, chocolate. Now in 2002, not in 2002, that's in the past, we say since 2002. Because we have to use since for this. Comparison again. Kathy has liked chocolate since 2002. Alright. Question number 9. They lived in their house 5 years ago. They still live in the house now. Again, look for the verb and the time marker at the end. You can see that they're both for the past tense. And there is a mistake over here. It should be liked. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We change them. They have lived in their house. Alright, not 5 years ago, but for 5 years. So this is the answer. They have lived in their house for 5 years. Alright, the last one. Ken was in the rock band. Sorry, there's a mistake. Ken was in a rock band 2 months ago. He is still in the band. Now, the verb and the time marker, they're both for the past tense. So change them, and we have to use for. So we say Ken has been, be was were been, in a rock band. Now, not 2 months ago, that's in the past. We say for 2 months. Again, you can see the comparison. Okay, so Ken has been in a rock band for 2 months. So this is the end of the exercise. Do you have any more question as to how to convert a sentence from the past tense to its present perfect tense form? Please look for more exercises online. Thank you for your patience.